Hello, Elmer and Wilbur class. I'm going to be reading the book Under the Sea, and it's written by Anna Milbourne and Cathy Shimon. And it's a beautifully illustrated book, and every picture explores under the sea and the creatures that you find there. I'm just going to let you look at the front cover. You can see the title. Where's the title? That's right, the title is at the top of the page, or top of the front cover, just here. And the title is the name of the book. Under the Sea is the title, the name of the book. Down here, this is where it says Anna Milbourne and Cathy Shimon, and those are the authors, the person that writes the book. And I'm assuming that Cathy Shimon is the illustrator, because there's two names there. So one of them would be the author, the person that wrote the book, and the other person is usually the illustrator, the person that, what does the illustrator do? That's right, draws the pictures. And just have a look, what can you see on the front cover? We did look at the front cover of the book on Monday, I think it was. And Tuesday, and you had a look at the different creatures that you could see. We can see a great big one here. What's this called here? That's a turtle. And look, we've got lots. Oh, this fish here, that one looks familiar. What sort of fish is that? I think we know a very, very famous film with that fish in. Yeah, Nemo. The film Finding Nemo was all about fish like that, the clownfish. Down here, what's this here? That's a starfish. And then, oh, I can see, what's this? Just poking out of the sand. It's got a long bit there and it's got a hook and then a hook that way. Do you know what that's called? That's called an anchor. And anchors are attached to boats and to great big ships. And when they don't want to float away, they want to stay still, they lower the anchor down to the seabed and the weight of it holds the ship in place. Because ships, boats, they float. And if they didn't use an anchor, they'd just float away. What are these here? That's right, jellyfish. They're bobbing along, jellyfish. You have to be quite careful of jellyfish. Why do you have to be careful of jellyfish? Yeah, they sting you. They look beautiful, but they can be quite nasty if they touch your skin. Let's have a look at the book. Oh, what's this? Do you know what this is called? It's a ray. This one's a stingray. Got a great big long tail. I think that's called a stingray. And they look like they're flying. They don't look like they're swimming. They have these are called their wings. And they look like birds underwater. They look like they fly. They grow to be really, really big. Another creature here. What's this one? This one's very big. That was a great big blue whale. There's the title page, Under the Sea, by, I was right, it's Anna Milbourne is the author, and it's illustrated by Cathy Shimon. Have you ever looked out to sea and wondered what lies under the waves? I'm just going to go slowly with this book so you get a good chance to look at the pictures and just think about what you can see in each picture. The sea is so big it reaches all around the world. In each place it is as different as can be. Just see something just leaping out of the sea. So it's come out and it's gone back down again. Just left behind is its tail. Near a sunny shore where the water is warm, there are hundreds of jewel-bright fish. They bustle around the coral reef, nibbling at teeny tiny plants. There's lots and lots of different fish in this picture. Lots of bright colours. There's beautiful colours that you'd see under the water. You could go under the water and do something called scuba diving, where you have a tank on your back and a special face mask, and you have flippers on your feet, and you can swim right down under the water and have a look at what's underneath the sea. A turtle swims along and settles on the seabed, where lots of eager yellow fish crowd round it to clean its shell. They nibble all of the plankton and things that end up on the turtle's shell, and they clean it off for him, and they get a meal in the process. A bit of teamwork. At night, the fish tuck themselves into nooks and crannies and go to sleep. They're all hiding, they're sleeping. Some have gone into the coral, some are hiding behind things and under rocks. A hungry eel slinks out of its hole to hunt. Any creature it finds might become a midnight snack. It's looking for something to eat. It only comes out at night. That's a nocturnal animal. We've talked about that before. Animals that only come out of night are called nocturnal. Can you spot all of the fish hiding? Have a good look at the picture. See if you can see where the fish are hiding. When morning comes, the eel skulks home and other creatures roam around. In an underwater meadow, sea cows munch on long sea grass. There's some other creatures here. These are the sea cows. They've got another name. I did ask you if you can find out the other name that sea cows are known by, their proper name. And look, what are these here? I wonder if you know what they're called. I'm not going to tell you. I wonder if you can go and find out. A group of rays swim slowly by. They flap their wings as though they're flying and glide out into the open sea. Imagine sailing across the wide blue sea. There's nothing but water for miles and miles. Now I can see the boat, but under the water there's something huge. Then suddenly beneath you swims the biggest creature there's ever been. What's that creature called? What's the biggest creature that's ever been? It's a whale. It's a big blue whale swimming under the water. And they are huge. They are very big creatures. It's a gentle giant, a big blue whale. He's searching for other whales. He sings a booming, lonely song into the empty blue. From far away across the sea, another whale's song comes floating back. So whales can sing a song and they can hear each other miles away, and that's how they find each other. Oh, this is dark. Out here, far from any shore, the sea is very deep. It gets darker and darker the deeper you go. Then, all at once, twinkling lights appear. All kinds of strange and pretty creatures are flashing messages in the dark. So look, there's different creatures. These are creatures you don't normally see because they don't come up to the surface. They're right down deep under the ocean. And because it's dark down there, they have to generate their own light so that they can see each other. It takes hours to get to the bottom of the sea. People have been there in little submarines. They found mountains and valleys just like you see on land. But there were other things that no one had ever seen before. Odd rocky chimneys puff out hot black water, and pearly crabs and scarlet tube worms live all around. There's lots of different unusual creatures. Not many things live at the bottom of the sea. Most live near the top, where it's sparkling bright. Tumbling schools of silvery fish rush along beneath the waves. All the fish swim together in something called a school. A group of fish is a school of fish. They all swim in the same direction. Dolphins chase after them, rounding up the fish to eat. They're hungry. They want their dinner. Dolphins can't breathe underwater like all the fishes do. They have to breathe the air instead through little blowholes on their heads. Look, these holes here. They breathe through those. They have to come out of the water to breathe. They leap out of the water as they speed along and catch a breath before they dive back down. You could spend forever and a day exploring the deep blue sea, but sail far enough across the waves and you will always come to the shore. It doesn't matter how far you sail, you'll always come to land. That's what that means. I wonder where they've been on their boat. I can see some other creatures that don't live under the water, but they live by the sea. Look, what are these here? Do you know what they're called? They're seals. And that's the end.